That's the spirit. Well, for a while, this wasn't...
Fell in love with you.
For a long time, it wasn't recognizable as a game either, so I think that was fair. Welcome, folks, friends, and otherwise, to an emergency session of AlphaWit Thursdays. You can maybe tell... That's right.
This is not a drill. This is an emergency session of the AlphaWit Thursday program.
Indeed, it is even a Silver Edition emergency. In that we have Silver with us this time. I'm the wit part.
And I stole a kid.
What? Sorry, what?
That's what the silver alerts are in our area, is like...
No.
somebody
Silver
stole a
alerts are
kid.
old people. Amber alerts are you stole a kid.
Oh, no.
You stole an old person.
I gotta get this kid back.
You stole the old kids.
Billy, get back in the car!
We're taking you back to mommy and daddy. Well, that was startling, to say the least. Anyway, hey, does anyone remember the game No Man's Sky? Yeah, me neither.
Nope.
But they're rerunning an event that they did like 6 months ago, in which you can get a freighter that looks like the SSV Normandy, which, as you may recognize from the name, is the ship from Mass Effect, a much better game in almost every regard.
I was gonna say, they've made this game better by making you think about a game you actually enjoyed playing.
Right? Because let me tell you, this mode didn't do it for me. If you complete all of the tasks in this special game mode, then you get rewarded. And the event only runs for a limited time. I have, I think, maybe 5 more days, and I'm worried that one of the goals is frankly unrealistic, which I will explain more when we get into the game proper. Let me...
Make fresh sausages. Because the hard part about that is when you're extruding the sausage paste into the sausage casing, you gotta make sure you don't, like, explode your sausage casing like an overinflated condom. No, it really does look like you didn't pinch all the air at the tip of the condom. Highly relatable for, I know, everyone else here.
Does that first sentence mean anything?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Zonally shifted quasi-stellar substrate. I'm gonna work backwards. I know what substrate is. It basically is the science word for stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or
Quasi...
stuff that other stuff goes on top of. Or
Often.
or through.
And this was a technology thing I could do?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone know why I want to?
You don't. It's an
Because
illusion.
your current substrate fucking sucks.
Yeah, you're right. What I need is different and better substrate. That will solve all my problems.
Yes, that's what we've been telling you. Christ. Like,
So
you don't listen.
I try not to. So this is the expedition that, at the end of which, you get this fancy ship to use on all your save files. And thank Christ, you can do them in whatever order you want.
Have you completed the final phase, but not the penultimate phase?
No. I'm beginning to work on phase 5, because the one that scares me is this. You have to discover 4 systems.
Oh, just get a bunch of do whatever it takes to get, like, a bunch of whatever it takes to fuel your hyperdrive, and then just pick a direction and go.
Right.
This world, or go to a Stargate and just butt dial a random gate and just walk through.
That actually might work better. The reason just picking a direction and going is not necessarily the easy choice that it is that every player starts on the same planet.
Yeah, I mean, it'll take you a number of jumps.
Hey, does anyone hear
equal
those
to...
shooting noises?
Nope.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I hear a little bit of...
I don't want to
bit
get
shooting
involved with
noises.
this. I'm gonna go. Someone else has run afoul, and this is not my problem.
What
Have you
What were you hoping for? A rain stick?
have you learned to trickle feed your launch thrusters yet?
No,
Like a cat?
I think I sold that part. So
Oh,
I would
you
have to buy.
fool!
I would have to buy the
Why
blueprint
would you
again.
sell it?
Because I didn't
Because
think this was
money.
going to take this long. And that took, like, what, 250 chromatic metal?
Yeah, which is a small amount of cobalt.
Silver,
Well,
why
It's-
do you
large
sell
amount.
literally anything?
That would be 500 cobalt. A cobalt, mind you, is an element only found underground. So you have to
Yeah.
dig on a planet to find a cave system. Do you know how big
You
planets
will-
are?
You will accidentally yourself into a cave. You know it, I know it, everyone here knows it.
The only reason I have cobalt is that it was rewards from something. Anyway, the point is, I have plenty of fuel for that, so I'm honestly not that worried. Because tritium is by far the easiest thing to get that isn't silicate. Launch thrusters. There's the bitch.
Launch thruster.
So,
I
what
can
I need
barely
help.
keep her on top of me.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Wow, yikes.
I did get you to laugh though.
I don't know if I laughed. I went through a bit of a journey.
The kind of nervous laugh that where you think you might be in danger. It's one of those laughs.
It started out as a knee-jerk, like, this old kind of joke, and then there was the real moment of really letting it all soak in. I lost the thing that I had a question about. Does anyone remember? It's this. So this was a reward for completing Phase 4, and I'll be damned if I know what I'm supposed to do with it.
Let me take a look. Historiographical dosimeter.
I'm pretty sure it's not a real thing, but... Alien
I see.
artifact
It's-
sites?
It's a combination of big data, looking at like the metadata of like trends in large populations,
Uh-huh.
and fucking magic.
Yeah.
Or dowsing rod, which is magic.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is the racial makeup of the people who have been to this area?
Or something.
A very strange thing to make your dowsing rod do. It's like it's right on the cusp of like, is this dowsing rod racist? But I think it's just a sociologist.
Yeah, no, I don't need to go there. I've already gone there, but thank you. I'm afraid to get too far out of this place. Well, I guess I've made it to the last, rendezvous point, haven't I? So I guess I can just, like, go off into the sunset, because the next thing I need for Phase 5 is to do whatever that thing does 3 times.
Hey Alpha,
Uh-huh.
we need to have an agreed upon place that we will meet, a toilet stall that we will poop together into the same toilet.
Sorry, what?
For what purpose?
I think the purpose is pretty self-explanatory. I'll let you think it over.
I don't like this.
As to why this is a thing that we will do and what we will call it.
I'm uncomfortable.
I mean, I have a location, but I'm not going to say it on the air.
Obviously, we don't want to dox...
Anybody.
we don't want to dox our rendezvous point.
So I know you boys can't see my face cam, but I'd like to invite you to use your imagination.
Imagination is for suckers. I'm going to pull up Twitch.
Oh wait, I could have been looking at your face in real time.
Real-ish time?
There's just enough of a delay that I can see the face that you're making.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what face I'm looking for.
That is
It
the
is the-
face of someone's soul leaving their body.
Wait, you came into tonight with your soul intact?
You know, fair point. Work did feel very draining today.
Oh, my condolences.
It was fine. It was like fully normal stuff I was doing and expected to do. So the system was discovered, but the planet wasn't?
That makes sense. A lot of people will just blast through systems to get somewhere specific, and will investigate another
Isotopic
planets.
planet.
I mean, Discovery's not that
It's
difficult.
all-
The Enterprise did it all the time.
It's all one element, but it's just different neutrons.
So while we're traveling here, would anybody like some Christmas humor?
Christmas what now?
Christmas humor?
Oh, gee. Probably not, to be honest.
Christmas killed my family, but I'll allow it. Go on.
Well, I was doing my standard excursions in my basement, going through my storage and shit, and I found this series of letters. These letters are from a Miss Agnes Nicholstein, residing at 69 Cache Avenue in Beaver Valley. The first of these letters is dated December 14th, 1979.
Wait, this is like letters to the penthouse, right? That's what we're doing?
Essentially.
Okay.
Dearest John. I'm sorry, go on.
I know, I'm just glad to know, glad to be part of this great mess. Go on.
It's better than Greek god porn.
Yeah, no, I set the bar. It
Yes, you did.
couldn't possibly be worse.
Dearest John, I went to the door today and the postman delivered a partridge in a pear tree. What a thoroughly thoughtful gift. I couldn't have been more surprised. With deepest love and devotion, Agnes.
I
Day
may have
2.
heard this, but it was so long ago that I don't remember any details.
I've never told it on stream, so
I doubt you invented it.
I did not invent it. Nope. I don't know who did, but whoever is a genius.
I think Reader's Digest, but keep going.
Likely. But it was so long ago that it's worth retelling.
Oh yeah.
Dearest John, today the postman brought your very sweet gift. Just imagine, 2 turtle doves. I'm delighted at your very thoughtful gift. They are just adorable. All my love, Agnes. Dear John, oh, aren't you the extravagant one? Now I really must protest. I don't deserve such generosity. 3 French hens. They are just darling, but I must insist, you've been too kind. Love, Agnes. Dear John, today the postman delivered 4 calling birds. Now really, they're beautiful, but don't you think enough is enough? You're being too romantic. Affectionately, Agnes. Dear John, what a surprise! Today the postman delivered 5 golden rings, 1 for every finger. You're just impossible, but I love it. Frankly, all these birds were beginning to get on my nerves. All my love, Agnes. Dear John, when I opened the door, there were actually 6 geese laying on my front steps. So you're back on the birds again, huh? Those geese are huge. Where will I ever keep them? The neighbors are complaining and I can't sleep through the racket. Please stop. Cordially, Agnes. John, what's with you and these fucking birds? 7 swans are swimming. What kind of goddamn joke is this? There's bird shit all over the house, and they never stop the racket. I can't sleep at night, and I'm a nervous wreck. It's not funny, so stop with those fucking birds. Sincerely, Agnes. Okay, Buster. I think I prefer the birds. What the hell am I going to do with 8 maids of milking? It's not enough with all those birds and 8 maids of milking, but they had to bring their goddamn cow. There's shit all over the lawn and I can't move in my own home. Just lay off me, smartass. Agnes. Hey, shithead. What are you, some kind of a sadist? Now there's 9 pipers playing, and Christ, do they play. They've never stopped chasing these maids since they got here yesterday morning. The cows are getting upset, and they're stepping all over these goddamn screeching birds. What am I going to do? The neighbors have started a petition to evict me. You'll get yours, Agnes.
You'll get yours.
You rotten prick. Now there's 10 ladies dancing. I don't know why I call these sluts ladies. They've been bawling these pipers all night long.
Jeezy Pete.
Now the cows can't sleep and they've got diarrhea. My living room is a river of shit. The commissioner of buildings has subpoenaed me to give cause why the building shouldn't be condemned. I'm sicking the police on you. One who means it. Listen, fuckhead. What's with the 11 Lords Elite being on these maids and ladies? Some of these broads will never walk again. Those pipers ran through the maids and have been committing sodomy with the cows. All 23 of the birds are dead. They've been trampled to death in the orchard. I hope you are satisfied, you rotten, vicious swine. Your sworn enemy, Agnes. Now, this final letter, if for those of you who have been keeping track, is dated Christmas Day, comes from the law offices of Badger, Bender, and Cahole, residing at 303 Nave Street, Denver, Colorado. Dear Sir, this is to acknowledge your latest gift of 12 drummers drumming, for which you have seen fit to inflict on our client, Miss Agnes McColstein. The destruction, of course, was fatal. All correspondence should come to our attention. If you should attempt to reach Miss McColstein at Happydale Sanitarium, the attendants have instructions to shoot you on sight. With this letter, please find attached a warrant for your arrest. Cordially, John Badger.
Very few guards at mental health facilities are issued firearms
Yeah, I was
nowadays.
gonna say.
Oh, memories from a much different time. Merry Christmas, all.
Indeed.
And a happy new year.
Not for Agnes, it wasn't.
No.
When are the 12 days of Christmas? I can pinpoint exactly one of them. That
Is
being
it
the
just
25th.
me, or is it actually after Christmas and it's a Catholic thing?
I mean, maybe, but I try to not Catholic anything.
Yeah, I know, it's against your religion.
Aren't you Catholic?
No, he's just the other kind. And-
Eastern Orthodox.
Quote-unquote
I'm the-
Christians don't think that Catholics are Christian.
I'm the no kind. I just believe.
Everyone hates them. The
Yeah,
kind
but
of
Protestants
Christian
just call
everyone.
themselves Christian. Because they
I
think
suppose
they own it.
I believe in the
Roger.
acts of kindness that go with it more than I do the rituals and the procedures and all that other worthless humanistic crap.
Drive it like you reformed it.
What if they counter-reformed it?
That's nobody's business but the Pope's.
I don't know if this is... The trouble with picking a direction in space is that, I never know that I'm not turning around.
You're actually just making a giant loop. If you can figure out which way is inward and which way is outward, go outward because people want to go inward.
I was thinking that too, but I truly don't know how I would be able to tell. I don't think they have a direction indicator on the galactic map. Be a lot cooler if they did. So right now I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm trying to find a system that nobody's been in, and then I guess I'm trying to find an alien artifact site on a planet. I kind of don't know how to do that. Do one of you fine and fancy lads want to look up for me what I'm supposed to do with this dosimeter?
The thing that tells you who's been near the historic sites.
I guess.
Look up the decimeter again. Look at its glistening magnificence.
Ew. Wrong game. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, it's down here.
Give me a sec, I gotta put marks in my book here. And then I can look up the thing you want me to look up. What is it?
Type the word historiographical dosimeter into your search. Historiographical.
Historiographical. Oh, you know what? I can see it on the screen. What am I doing?
So, do you have it built?
It's not a build thing as far as I can tell.
Okay.
What exactly do you wish to know about this?
How do you use it, I guess?
How to use it?
Where do I use it?
I have a guess that if you go to a alien site, it will become apparent.
Yeah, planets are big.
I have a thing if you guys are ready to hear it.
I think I am. I don't really want to waste time.
Alright, the game description of this thing. Nada has detected a new pattern emerging in the stories of the Gek, Korvax, and Viking.
Right.
The dosimeter measures exposure to historiographical flux around key artifact sites.
Right.
Recordings of unusual historical shifts will enable Nada to trace their signal.
Right.
Assist Nada and Polo in their research by using this device to transmit historical data from alien artifact sites.
Right.
This doesn't answer the question of how to use it.
Nope.
How to use.
I think Silver is right in that if I get to a place, it will just work. But what is the place?
Have you ever gone down to a site and there's like ruins and there'll be like the don't touch me ball and you touch the don't touch me ball?
Yep.
And all the sentinels try and kill you? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen one since receiving this MacGuffin.
I don't know how you specifically find them. I found like 2 the entire time that I played.
Well, I found a different site that gave me coordinates to one of those, but I'm not seeing that guy either.
Well, I'm not seeing any easy answer on the use of this fucking thing. Is Admiral around? She might know.
I don't.
She took the night off. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I know she's not streaming.
Neither was Warframe. Why isn't Warframe streaming?
They finished the new war, and then they're on vacation. They are all in the Caribbean, sipping on fruity drinks.
I gotta tell you, I would not go on vacation with the people I had just done Crunch with. I would not want to see them for some time. But to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I thought I had seen...
I'm just gonna have to go with Richard on this. I have no idea.
It is unknown and unknowable.
It's probably knowable. Richard, you're a little more familiar with these games' words. Do you want to take a look at the Google results and see if something leaps out at you?
No, but you're a good friend, so I will.
I did just give you a pair of underwear.
Did you?
I mean, you gave it back, as I think was my request, but we have... I think you gave it back. I assume it ended up in the laundry.
I do tend to end up with underwear from my female friends, but I'm really not, like, Like, I don't...
You probably shouldn't have admitted that, no matter how innocent you are in it.
Yeah, it's true. I derive no pleasure from having them. They just get left with me.
Uh-huh.
So if I have acquired a pair of your pantaloons, it will be the third such person who has accidentally gifted me their undergarments.
There are some people who would kill for
But
that.
this will be the first time that I've actually used them in any capacity because I wore your underwear.
It's true. I did my best to find you my most dignified pair.
It's true.
Anyway,
Wait, what about your pair?
Heh. A little cramped.
Oh.
What does Google think? What does the games guide for this think? What does it think I could do about this? Oh!
Okay, so
boys,
the game...
look! Purchase planetary
What?
charts from a space station cartographer. What kind
is
of
that
planetary charts would give me historiographical data, do you think?
If
Well,
I were to
there will
guess-
be 5 choices, and I can eliminate one of them, I think.
If I were to guess pie charts, maybe bar graphs.
Speak of the Admiral, and she shall appear.
Yes, indeed. We were wondering.
What bullshit you say about me that apparently spurred me on to decide to come in here?
I wouldn't call it bullshit. Okay, bullshit was spoken. It was not with your name. It was about how Richard and I have shared underwear.
Alright, I'm gonna leave now.
Bye, babe.
Before you go, it needs your help.
No, I think we've solved it.
The historiographical dosimeter. Do you know how the fuck to use it?
Okay,
She's
what
not
you
gonna
do
know
is
what
you
that
take a nuclear missile, you unscrew the warhead, you stick it to it, and you say, fuck it.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were gonna get something like that. It's kind of
See,
her
that's-
go-to answer.
See, that's better than any theory we had.
No, I looked it up in the game, and it turns out they give you a hint.
Which is to go by maps.
Yes. Alien
Okay.
artifact sites. Woo!
Okay, I gotta ask now.
Yeah.
Which way was the underwear shared? Was he sharing his underwear with you?
I lent him a pair of underwear while his clothes were being watched. But they were boxer briefs, so they were almost like boy underwear.
Oh. I thought this was about to get spicy in here.
I mean, it's still good.
Kuro gave him her pants. No.
And gay shirt.
Alien artifact site. That's what I want. How many of these can I get? Only 3. Well, arguably I only need 3, so that's pretty exciting. Woo! What a weird looking ship. And I thought the one I had in my other game was special. Kabloinder! Alright. Now we're gonna be in business. I'm gonna press this button and go here, and it's one of these, and I press this, and it takes us this way to find the tiny, tiny little marker. And then I press this button, and ba-joom! And we'll be there in 24 seconds. Piece of cake.
Oh, that leaves just enough time for one question.
Yes.
Soprano is to high as bass is to...
This is a trap, but low.
No, it's not a trap. That's correct. As means of further entertainment, I'm holding a very old SAT practice book.
We have
And-
different definitions of the word entertainment, I think.
And low is actually the correct answer. So congratulations.
Cool, thanks, I guess. I don't know, do you fish?
Funny
I
enough,
was just thinking about how much I want to go deep sea fishing again.
When was
I
the first
hate-
time you went?
The first time I went deep sea fishing, I was barely legally 18, and I was with the Boy Scouts in the Florida Keys. And the next time was with someone no one here knows at a beach week trip, and it was going out there was I was so fucking seasick. I caught so much fish. It was great.
so question about the scouts. What is the lowest rank of scout at which they're no longer used as fish bait?
The
Or
only
do
one
they-
here who would make good fish bait is actually the Admiral, because squid makes for the best bait.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I like calamari.
Oh, rad.
Yes, I agree, and I don't even mean it as like an inappropriate innuendo. I
Oh,
like
about calamari? Calamari can be good.
I think that a lot
I
of calamari.
actually, ironically, don't like seafood at all.
Yeah, that is ironic.
Don't you think? A little too ironic.
Dun
Yes, I
dun
really do
dun. Sorry, not dramatic enough to warrant that.
No.
Damn it.
Her ship looks like some kind of fucking mix of a TIE fighter.
It is very X-Wing, actually. You're not wrong. It's very Star Wars.
To this day, I'm still pissed about how poorly Rogue Squadron works.
I mean, we're living in the Disney era of Star Wars, so wait, cryogenically freeze yourself for 15 years, and when you come out, you will have more Star Wars than you want to watch available to you.
I mean, I've already got
That
a
would be terrible.
lightsaber. What more could I ask for?
Like a real one?
Someone to get into a lightsaber duel with.
Well, there's always that kid.
Why are you offering yourself a silver?
I feel like
Billy?
this is a dick joke.
Billy already got Billy back to his parents. Alpha can't sword fight with Billy.
Oh god.
See, the Admiral knows too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
it. It was a dick joke.
How can it be a dick joke?
I don't know. I just have hopes. Uh-oh. I'm sure this
This
is
collection-
fine.
She keeps wanting to take you at face value.
Guys.
Yes.
Will this
Did you
buff out?
land in-
Is this...
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
question
Don't worry
is-
about it.
The question is, can you get back in it?
That's a solid maybe, Ghost Rider.
You better find out, like, now-ish.
No, I'll at least let me do what I came here for.
Or I guess you could just destroy this house.
I truly don't think I can. But, you
You're
know,
not
we...
trying hard enough.
So the fun thing about this mode is that they give you more upgrades than you can reasonably use. So I am a being of immense power, frustrated beyond belief by the awful drudgery that I am forced to do. But I've never been more secure and armed.
Wow, that almost sounds like bravery coming from you.
I am much braver when I have superior firepower.
So you're
man.
saying I can bring you to battle if I just give you a battleship?
I prefer like a carrier. So I would be far
So
away.
here's what it is. So you gird Wit for battle, and then you send her against an army arrayed against you that consists primarily of kindergartners and below.
Oh, I would like that
She
so
will
much.
demonstrate courage above and beyond the line of duty.
You can't
That's
see
what
how
you
much
do
I'm
with
grinning right now, but I am grinning because that truly does sound like my ideal mission.
Oh, I'm about to see it.
I really don't like kids very much.
I see it. I see it.
I don't know, kindergartners are pretty vicious.
They are, but I was told that in this scenario I was girded. They said you would gird me. So if I'm like girded, I'd probably be good.
Oh yeah, I guess I could give you like some power armor to go crush some kindergartners.
Oh baby, say that again but slower. Nothing, honey. They all heard you and they're laughing uproariously. So I hope you're happy.
You want to know, Kuro?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh.
No, you're gonna tell her right now.
No.
She's gonna make you tell her if you don't watch yourself.
I will tell her. I'm on the air right now. She knows how important this show is. Uh-oh.
Wait,
Does she?
you have 3 viewers. Those 3 viewers are us.
I know. Don't tell her that. She might think I'm famous. Where are we going? We're going here, and we're pressing this button.
Alright.
That's a hell of a statement, babe.
I missed that one.
Oh.
This isn't what I want,
yeah,
I don't
what-
think.
What'd she say that time?
She said, I know what you are, which is
I mean,
a little harsh.
true.
Very Sith sounding of her.
Right?
She knows what all 4 of us are. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
victory is definitely setting Kuro free.
So you may notice that something interesting looks like it's happening in the bottom right corner, and I'm not gonna do it because this game mode does not reward interesting.
What were you ignoring?
That there's a
Eternal?
fugitive criminal that I could get 200,000 credits for tracking down, but I'm not gonna do it.
Man, I
So what have you chosen to do instead?
Drudgery!
Oh.
Because that will get me my Normandy. And then I can stop playing this game. Possibly forever.
nah.
This is
See?
the wrong kind of building. Which does not thrill me. Well, at least there's rocks. I need some rocks.
I got a rock.
Cool. Oh! So good. This does work. Hell yeah! Oh, thank Christ. Okay.
We've broken the history barrier.
Ah. I'm trying to decide if it's trying to tell the story of Mass Effect 3 through
I
these.
think it's trying to tell the story of Metal Gear Solid. Or just the Metal Gear games in general.
You know, that fits too.
Yeah, talking about that tangentially is, I picked up Death Stranding on a sale the other day.
Oh, I did see that sale. I would like to watch you pee on mushrooms. That came out weirder than I thought.
No, I understand what you're talking about because I already know that the game is weird and you weaponize bodily fluids against ghosts, and I'm
Right.
already amused by that idea.
I've been
Have some
weaponizing
piss,
my
you
bottle.
ghosts!
You have to
Shut up,
defile a
Richard.
mummy or it'll come back to life, you know.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to say, I've been weaponizing my bodily fluids against ghosts for years. The only thing I got for it was a trip to the county jail.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did anyone
No.
else see any of these ghosts?
No, Silver, that was a map.
Not much use for this book.
Do what to do what? You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to just, like, and now do some of the story because we can't be bothered to give you things to do. Select the anomalous research mission from the log to help produce a definitive map of these historical anomalies.
Is it the captain's log?
Sort of. Hey, Google? Okay, Google, what the fuck does this mean? Alright, fine, I'll Google it. Please stand by.
Does anybody here have a Google or an Alexa or something like that?
I do.
What's his face does.
And find joy in.
Why do I only get a what's his face?
Because I couldn't remember.
And do you find joy in asking your voice companion sexual questions?
I'm gonna ignore you for a minute. Say my name. Say my name. If one is around you, unless you're running games, say my name. Say my name.
I was reading something, and oh my god, what a nightmare. I was reading something, and my brain stopped being able to process long-term memory.
Well, next time, don't address him as what's his face. Just address him as
he didn't
asshole.
like it. It turns out.
Instead, hey, what's your face? Say, hey, asshole.
Yeah, I think that would have upset him less.
Asshole.
To be hated is acceptable in the face of being forgotten. For sure.
Oh, okay. I need some rocks, it turns out, for my spaceship.
The kiss.
You sound like you are a human pretending to be an alien and doing a very poor job of it.
That's almost definitely not true.
What?
I think he's talking about
rocks for my spaceship.
He's referring to my syntax, I think.
Oh. I was about to get very offended.
She's just getting her rocks off. What's the big deal?
And I think we know that she's an alien. I think that's part of the mythos.
Yeah.
Sky orbs. Is that creature just an orb? Wow, it sure is. Gender, asymmetric. I love the genders.
Symmetry and asymmetry.
I wish it was that way.
2.2 meters. Good gravy. Oh,
That's a big bowl. Big old bowl.
Go,
that one is low to the ground. Go tame it. Go make friends.
I don't have any pellets.
They just take, like, a small amount of carbon. Go pick up a rock.
No.
And turn it into a treat.
Then what will I do with it once I have it? You know?
You'll be like, hey, have you met my friend Blorgo? And it's just like this, like, entirely gray, featureless orb.
Does it come with you from planet to planet? Do I strap it to the back of my spaceship?
You got a whole, like, compartment in there. It's got, like, heating pads and blankets and everything. There's a hammock.
Creature pellets. It does just take carbon. Alright. I have a lot of heat resistance, so I'm actually not too worried about this firestorm.
Creature pellets.
It's only 100 degrees Celsius. We're doing fine. Come back, Blorgo.
Only 100 degrees Celsius.
94.1. We're fine. Blorgo! Uh-oh. Something hurt, but I don't know what it was.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Blorgo! What do I do now?
You walk up to it and you give it the pellet.
I did.
There you go. Okay.
How do...
Interact with it again, and it will... It like...
Hold still.
Adopt as companion.
Sorry. What are my options?
You can adopt a new friend. You can milk it for, you know...
I
orb
hate
milk.
that they specify gently. I hate that. And can I ride this? Can I ride it after I've adopted it?
Milk?
Yes, you can. If you adopt it, it'll be easier to get it to ride it.
What is this game? What?
Blorgo, come back.
Okay, so now you can call Blorgo over using the quick menu,
Uh-huh.
and then yep.
Coming, suit creature. How do you know it's a suit? I don't like that you are sentient enough to know that. Blorgo! It's too much. There's too much fire outside. I can't see it. Do we think that's it?
It's
Nope, that's a different one.
This might be interesting.
Blorgo.
True classroom flubs and fluffs. Actual answers to teachers' questions.
Why is Blorgo heartbroken?
Oh, you just need to pet Blorgo, and she'll be fine. What's the pronoun for someone who's symmetrical?
Gently pat. Oh, they love me. Unable to wear accessories.
I guess that makes sense. Where would you strap literally anything? Alright, now the moment of truth.
I used to have a toy like this as a
Wow.
kid.
You have really good hip flexor range.
Hell
Like,
yeah! This game is the best. Game of the year
You're-
2021.
You're straddling your rocks.
Wait, what happened? Oh, you're riding the worm.
Look at that straddle.
Yeah, my upper hips are starting to hurt just thinking about this.
lean forward so I can ponder your orb.
Yeah, about 50 minutes later than I expected.
How do I stop this ride? How do you get off of a Blorgo? It doesn't stop moving. I can't not move. It must move. Blorgo must be moving at all times. How do you... Whoa! Okay, I guess that's one way to dismount. Wow. I'm gonna really miss Blorgo when I stop playing this game forever.
Always have Blorgo. You should be able to go to like a proper pet menu and like rename Blorgo and.
And I will,
it
but like
dental
if I ever
care.
want to play my normal file, there won't be a Blorgo there.
Are you saying there's nothing else you can straddle
If
after
you-
you stop playing this game?
Nothing as
If
good as a
you-
featureless gray orb.
Oh,
If you know exactly what planet this is, you
I'm-
can find your way to it.
Out
on
of the
any
15
character.
quintillion planets in the game,
Yes.
somehow I don't think that's gonna work. Call me a pessimist. All right, listen, that We didn't need that commentary.
I have a pessimist hailing app right here on my phone. We are in surge pricing due to the holidays being near, but... Oh, there you go. You can Florgo.
Nice.
It claims
There
to be
you go.
female,
gender
but how
female.
could we know?
What did you do?
I
Look up
named it
expert.
Blorgo.
Yeah, and smirking and smiling the entire fucking time.
I just,
Yeah, I know.
summon Blorgo.
You can hotkey Blorgo.
I could hotkey Blorgo.
Would you like to tell the people at home, Silver, what the action of hotkey entails?
You take a key that has her hair up and back, and then you let her hair down, you tear the sleeves off of her clothes, you put on some very light makeup, brush her hair.
This hurts me.
It's kind of hurting me too.
It's good, but this hurts me. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
What did it say? Relatively harmless?
Mostly harmless.
And we're about to murder him.
Yep.
For money!
Money is
You
good.
made the mistake of calling Taiwan a country.
I actually really don't feel good about this.
Why?
Because I'm basically doing the police's job for them and fuck the police. I don't know, maybe they, solved all the problems in this space future, but, I have more in common with that person than I do with law enforcement, so I'm gonna let him go.
Wow.
I came here to... not do that, to be honest, but I'll do it while I'm here. I came here to press this button. Now we go inside the very loud space station. It blows out my speakers. Also known as my ears because I'm wearing headphones.
Look at this place.
This is normally the only place that you can actually interact with other players, but this whole game mode has other players just wandering around in it. I go see Nada, I think. I don't think there is a duel mode.
I didn't say duels, I was suggesting genocide.
I mean, another admirable endeavor.
You are not who I want to talk to. You are who I want to
Oh, hey, that one has a...
Polo is always being busy.
Polo has a crash. Oh, the Quicksilver synthesis. My bad.
What you drinking there with?
Fruit juice.
Okay.
Whoops! Wow, I certainly didn't mean to do that. I accidentally... Yeah, I think they knew that I didn't want to do that at all.
Minus the gem. Laid back. With my mind on my nanites, and my nanites on my mind.
Why is this guy so hard to interact with? Oh, that'll help if I face directly away from him.
Oh, you can get a whispering egg companion. That's so cool. I love those little guys.
Oh, they're terrible.
Why is this head a robot?
A lot of them are robots. Does anyone
Why?
remember what I'm looking for? Oh, a myth beacon? Yes. Oh my
You're
god, I hate this game.
mistaken.
I have to earn more Quicksilver, which makes me want to throw up, because that is not
Quicksilver's the worst.
easy to do. Assholes.
80 is not a terrible amount. You
No,
can get
it's
80 in one mission.
raid plan. Sendelheimer. You just have to kill sentinels, huh? But, like, the sentinel dogs, or just the sentinel...
It's usually not that bad. You just need to go to a specific place, and it's swarming with sentinels, and you just have to kill all the basic sentinels, and then, like, one dog sentinel comes out, and that's basically it.
I will give
The
this...
trick is finding the location.
I will give this 1 Gregorian minute to see if anybody wants to join me.
What?
Gregorian minute?
Yeah, measure of time.
Yes. Yeah.
No, you have to be more specific.
Well, yeah, I don't want to make... I want to make sure
Gregorian
that, like, they
second.
know exactly how long it's gonna be.
Gregorian, though?
Well, to delineate it from the, what was it, the Julian minute?
Yeah, the Julian minute.
Okay, so it's a bit of a joke. I'm referring to the Gregorian and Julian calendars, but the length of a minute probably did not change when that switch occurred. Oh, it's been about a minute and nobody's coming, so I guess I have to do this by myself.
A
Probably.
Gregorian minute.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna leave that one alone for a bit.
Okay. Get out of here. Get away from my Kingdom Hearts ship. Get your own gummy ship. In fact, you should have it because it was a mission reward. This game sucks. I mean, it's very good, obviously, but like, this is not what I want to be doing. I admire them for not giving up. Because they could have and probably should have.
They're doing better than fucking Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. Word.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Where are we dropping boys?
Say what?
Was just trying
What are you doing with boys?
to hanging out with 2 of them on my
Oh.
Thursday night.
Ah.
Oh, they forgot to turn up the saturation on the world. Whoop. Oh, it's gonna be one of these, huh? We have to get out and scan. Yeah. I for sure don't have enough rocks to build a motorcycle.
Not with that attitude.
Wit built us in a cave with a box of scraps.
Alright, maybe I could get some rocks. So while I am collecting the rocks to build the speeder bike, has anyone been on a motorcycle?
I have not.
I was just talking about this today with a client on a virtual session about how recklessness has purpose and about how I am terrible on motorcycles because I am too afraid to lean any amount and find out what's safe and what's not safe. And so I am like completely rigid on the motorcycle in a way that is dangerous to people who are transporting me by motorcycle.
Yeah, nobody should ride a motorcycle. That's the thing about motorcycles, is no one should do it.
But what about hot chicks in leather?
They can ride other things.
Like other women.
Listen, she can ride anything she wants.
I mean, she can ride me. I wouldn't complain.
Precisely.
That's the joke.
Cannot build missing component. Oh, I've used up my paraffinium.
Your perineum?
Yeah, the stuff
It's all
that.
gone. It's all gone. She used it all up.
Oh.
Once upon a time, when this country was first settled, that perineum went for miles.
This is
It
hard
stretched
to
further
hear.
than the eye could see.
This is bad to know about. We might just have to walk.
I mean, I'm learning new things tonight.
Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Will you forget the stupid pioneers?
I
Do you have
can't.
any idea why there are none of them left?
Interbreeding, I think, with the Neanderthals.
Because they were lousy hitchhikers, ate coral, and took directions from algae. And now you're trying to tell me that they thought they could drive rocks.
Did you know I've never seen that episode? And in fact, I think I've only ever seen 2 episodes of SpongeBob all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, I just managed to miss me. By the time SpongeBob was on, I had switched to Animal Planet.
Oh, okay.
Hello
And because
there.
I was the youngest of my brother and I, once I stopped watching cartoons, that was pretty much it.
Hello there.
How's it going?
Stupendous.
Oh,
we're just talking about mounting.
You want
Now
Richard to
James
go
or
farm
James?
Warframe with you, don't you?
No, I'm here to bullshit. In no rush.
No, mounting. As in hopping on somebody and riding them for all they're worth.
Wow.
Alright.
Way to make the subtext text, bud.
Subtext is for cowards.
You said that the other day. What did you say that about? Oh, Annihilation, the movie. Subtext is for intellectuals. And cowards.
Mortal Kombat.
That's what goes through everybody's head when you say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, next arbitration for me, Richard, is core. So, and it's a defense. And I have a cage build, so let me know.
You can slip into that dominatrix outfit I like so much.
I got it.
I mean, you have my permission. I know this is difficult to pay attention to. I'm barely paying attention to it, and I'm the one driving. Oh, it's the dogs.
You have a dog? A giant floating...
Why is this put in a
shapeless
noir
dog.
filter?
I truly don't know.
Forgot to pay the sun bill.
Locked doors can be destroyed or overridden. Well, we can try, can't we?
Anybody here ever done Mad Libs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they tend to be disappointing.
Well, if you don't use the right subset of words, sure.
I will
I've had
use them
some-
with... Sorry, go ahead.
I've had some where people have used very profane and or innuendo stuff and had it hit jackpot.
Yeah. Reinforced door.
If anybody's bored enough, I've got a book of them here.
I do really like Mad Libs. So I'll actually use Mad Libs with my clients, where I'll have...
It's a modern-day Rorschach test.
So it is, actually, that gives me an idea of another activity to do with these clients. So, you're right, but we have the ability to try and, like, skew our answers to pretend to be another person, and I will have people answer Mad Libs like they're someone else answering the Mad Lib to practice not being as rigid in a personality type.
That's an interesting thought.
It is! I had my supervisor suggest it to me just like offhandedly as like not a joke, but like not serious. And then I went ahead and like did it, and it works really well.
Now, is there particular criteria for who this other person they're answering as has to be?
Who chooses that?
Generally, I give the prompt, like, answer this like you are a bad person, and then we'll examine, like, what answers they gave and why they thought they're representative of a bad person, and then why that might not be so bad, and why some of those traits are actually things that you need.
Okay,
and then
see, I've got it in my head like specific person, like a friend of somebody's, or Bill Cosby, or what have you.
Oh,
like an improv exercise.
Like,
answer like you're Bill Cosby.
Street, like answer like you're Bill Cosby. I need a nation, Spanish. I need a invertebrate, fly. I need a complex organic molecule, GHB.
Gotcha. Well, actually, if you were to do one of these, I would simply say answer as yourself, because I feel you would not disappoint me.
Yeah, I'd love to fuck up a Mad Lib or two with you.
Fantastic. Alright. Plural noun.
Can I, before this starts, Richard, I think I need some advice. So there is no override option for this reinforced door, so I started shooting it, right? And so now I'm being searched for by the authorities, as to be expected, but I've run out of ammo before the door broke down.
Ammo is so incredibly cheap that you are just expected to make more.
It is, I don't know if it's that kind of ammo. I have the pulse spitter.
I think what you need is the quantum swallow.
To ionize inserted metallic elements?
Made me laugh, I'm not gonna lie.
Glad to be of service.
Oh, I think I've been discovered. Do you think it's just projectile ammunition?
Projectile ammunition will definitely work in your gun. Just use gun. You don't need to use the like SMG attachment or the sniper attachment. Just use gun and it will definitely work.
Gun is just mining beam. There is only mining beam. You know that, right?
There's more to gun than mining beam.
No,
beam is...
there's terrain manipulator, the thing I'm out of ammo for, and mining beam.
Then...
I don't know how much you know about this game.
Put bullets in the gun.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I didn't have enough dust to make bullets. This better work.
If you manage to buy a gun that doesn't have like an upper receiver, I will be amazed.
Okay, ammo bullets do work.
Oh, good.
Shocking, absolutely no one.
Well, who would think that a weapon called a pulse spitter takes bullets?
an idiot. And when you look around you, what do you see? We're all a bunch of idiots.
He's not much.
What's
Right, silver.
Me.
A plural noun.
Knives.
Knives.
Mm-hmm.
It says last name of person in the room, but we're just going to say last name.
I guess play Mad Libs.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this is so awful to watch, but I have to do it. Because there's a time
Well,
limit.
that's something I gotta see.
I did say I came prepared, thankfully.
Wienersmith.
Wiener Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just so you know, Richard, I am gonna cue this soon if you wanted to hop in.
You should. It's the right thing to do.
Alright, then I will. But no talking any spoilers because we have people on stream who will play it but haven't yet.
No,
I thought he was just doing an RB.
illustration, dude.
Yeah, but don't talk about like, oh, I brought
Oh, no, absolutely
my
not.
cowboy from the cowboy simulator added in the new war.
No, I would never, dude. I'm gonna wait till people bring it up to me.
Wise. Adjective, silver.
Oh, adjective.
Farty.
Was that it? Did I win?
Malodorous.
What is it?
Malodorous.
Malodorous.
I think farty was a little better.
Same word. I guess flatulent.
Noun.
Flatulence is more of a thing, right?
Flatulent would be an adjective.
Oh, there you go.
Flatulence would be a noun. But we need a noun.
100. Christ.
Spork.
Spork. Another noun.
Cardboard tube.
Cardboard tube. Part of the body. Go ahead.
Prolapsed anus.
Yikes.
Oh, just
Prolapse.
butthole.
Another part of the body.
So we can't have anything nice.
Ring finger.
Ring finger.
Oh, God.
Plural noun.
Garden gnome.
Garden gnomes. Noun.
Oh,
We invited at the same time.
Oh, Jesus
We
Christ.
both left.
And oh no!
Guys, that's fucking comedy of errors.
This is like two people trying to get out of each other's way and walking directly into each other.
Both had some falling
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sorry, singular noun did you say?
A noun.
Number 2 pencil.
Thank you, yeah.
You'll take number 2 pencil.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I carry no weight here. You have to ask a few things.
Well,
I'm
it
the
is
executive in this.
It is his turn. You'll have one of your own if you're so tired.
Huh.
Another noun.
Can of beans.
Baked beans?
It's ambiguous. It's ambiguous.
Exclamation.
Ah, shit.
Fart
Hot
huffer.
dog.
What was it, Silver?
Fart huffing himbos.
Fart huffing hambos?
Himbos. like a bimbo, but
Himbos.
assigned himbo at birth.
Okay.
Wait, are you public? Hold on. Are you public? Quick.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Superstar!
Quick.
Hold it 4!
Whenever you finish making yourself pubic, another noun.
Spoon.
Spoon. And another noun.
Individual packet of whipped butter from McDonald's.
Right, little.
Individual packet. Individual packet of what butter?
Whipped butter
Of whipped butter
from McDonald's.
McDonald's. I am way over this blank line. Another noun.
We are set to public. Body bag.
Body bag. And a verb.
Embezzle.
Embezzle. Noun.
Getaway car.
Getaway car. Adjective.
Feloniously. No, sorry, felonious.
Felonious. And finally, one more noun.
Attorney-client privilege.
Attorney-client privilege. Okay. A visit to the dentist. A one-act play to be performed by 2 knives in this room. There's a patient at a dentist, and the patient will speak first. Thank you very much for seeing me, Dr. Wiener-Smith, especially on such malodorous notes. What is your problem, young spork? I have a pain in my upper cardboard tube, which is giving me a severe prolapsed anus ache.
That was pretty good.
Let me take a look. Open your ring finger wide. Good. Now I'm going to tap your garden gnomes. Now I'm going to tap your garden gnomes with my number 2 pencil. Shouldn't you give me a can of beans, killer? It's not necessary yet. Fart, shuffling, himbos. I think I see a spoon in your upper individual packet of whipped butter from McDonald's. Are you going?
What?
Are you going? Are you going to pull my body bag out? No. I'm going to embezzle your tooth and put in a temporary getaway car. When do I come back for the felonious filling? A day after I wash your attorney-client privilege.
That was pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
I'm
Mad
going
Lib.
to tap your garden gnomes with my number 2 pencil.
That was a good line.
Very nice. Alright, who wants one?
I will skip because I have no attention span. I just like to
Okay.
yell words.
Okay.
I heard a lot of incredulity from Admiral, so I'm gonna nominate her
To do what?
No.
to give words for Madlib.
No.
Lower your mask of sanity, Admiral, and show the madness within.
I like how you're just
no,
like,
I'm literally
no.
playing a game while I'm watching Wit on the other screen.
Ah, okay.
You know
well
what?
then.
I'll commit. I'll do it. There's gonna be a lot of butts.
Yeah.
I think butts are fun.
Alright,
That's a
very
spirit.
good.
I appreciate that
Obviously.
honesty.
Alright
Definitely some
then.
wiener talk here.
Very good. Adjective.
Pretty.
Pretty. Noun.
Butthole.
Oh, jeez. Oh boy.
You got a pretty butthole.
Oh boy.
Another noun.
Toothless gums.
Jesus, Pete. You are on a tear.
Adjective.
Tear.
That's a
Thank you, Jackie.
noun, I think, or a verb. You can't have both.
What's an adjective,
Torn.
isn't it?
Torn
Oh,
is
torn.
what you want.
Torn.
You'll want torn if you're doing that.
Yeah, torn, please.
Please.
Plural noun.
Torn buttholes.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I have one guy at work I do this exercise with just for levity, and he likes to use my real name as his noun every time.
Oh, jeez.
Please share.
And this is very similar to that. Verb ending in S.
Like a present tense verb, like runs or jumps.
Something like that.
Go ahead, Jackie.
I don't know, runs or jumps. That whole phrase, runs or jumps.
I'll take it.
Runs or jumps then?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Alright. Number.
I think it might be runs X or jump.
Let's just go. Let's go
Runs
nice and low.
or
3.
jumps.
3. Noun.
XOR is one or the other, but not both, and not neither.
No.
Isn't
let's
it
go
pronounced
with,
Zor?
Big pen.
Depends on
Did you say a
what
big pen?
part of the country
I
you're
did say a
in.
big pen.
Alright. And same noun, so another big pen.
An even bigger
Person.
pen.
Person in room.
I'm by myself, so Pete.
That really got me.
What did?
An even
Person in
bigger
room
pen.
again, and I will expand it to this channel.
Oh, this channel? You know what? Let's have Richard play all the butthole games.
Okay, noun.
Let's say a fart nose.
Fart nouns.
Rudolph Fart Nose Reindeer
Plural noun.
had a very distressing medical condition. And it very often.
Wieners.
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 Part of the body.
Oh, would you look at that? Let's go with earlobes.
Earlobes.
Don't look a gift worse in the earlobe.
Plural noun.
Taints.
Taints.
Yeah.
I've never had to deal with taints in multiple.
Oh my god! I have never seen that thing before.
What?
They have an AT-AT, basically.
It looks
Oh.
like an ad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite bad, but you can kill it.
If you answered for adjective, I didn't hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said hairy.
Hairy, okay. And finally, noun.
Noun? Let's go with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph. Red-nosed reindeer. Okay.
I see your solution was to fuck off into the sky.
So, you
Yes.
like buttholes, do you?
I was out of ammo.
Well, you're gonna like this. Moon facts. Talk about lightning in a bottle. Even though the moon first appears as a pretty slice of light and finally becomes a cold butthole, it doesn't change its toothless gums. The moon looks as different as the torn sun illuminates its different torn buttholes. The moon runs or jumps around the earth once every 3 days. If the moon were to be seen next to the Earth, it would look like a tennis Bic pen next to a bowling Bic pen. In 1969, Pete and Richard from the Apollo Fart Nose were the first human wieners to set earlobes on the moon. Many historians and taints believe this to be the most hairy achievement in the history of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I'll take it, but oh no, the bad.
I especially loved the butthole as being the toothless grin.
Boy,
Thank you.
very nice. Would you like one, Wit?
No, I'm the reason we're in this mess.
So?
We don't need to be punitive about it.
You're
To
not
be
better than
honest,
Butthole
being
Man,
forced
right?
to engage with a Mad Lib would be punishment. So I guess then yes, I should.
Well, then you've been a naughty
Absolutely
streamer,
you should.
and we're gonna do weird kink stuff for the views in a way that won't trigger auto moderation. We're gonna make you do a Mad Lib.
So
Okay.
are you submitting yourself to the punishment then?
Yeah, whatever. Let's do it.
Alright.
When in doubt, butthole.
No. You're speaking as someone with privilege.
The conspicuous absence of butthole.
Okay, when in doubt.
Oh,
butthole.
I don't know if Pete. I don't know
Oh,
if
down here.
Sock knows that I had a surgery, and it's a long story, but I don't have a butthole.
You got colostomy bag?
I do. I have an ileostomy actually, which is like
What
a
does that
colostomy but better in my opinion.
Is it inside?
Ileostomy just means that there is no colon involved. Ileum is the last part of your small intestine.
Oh, okay. I did not know. So I'm sorry for mentioning butthole so much.
No, I am honestly not offended by it, I promise, but I do like to tell it as a joke.
Let me be the first to assure you that she is delighted by talk of buttholes because it allows her to talk about her lack of butthole in a way that she finds amusing and
Able to control.
educational.
Okay.
She has a distinct advantage on this battlefield.
Clearly.
True. Alright. Adjective.
Adjective. Collected, as in like grouped.
Collected.
Ooh.
Plural noun.
Weapons.
Weapons. Adjective.
Historic.
Historic. Noun.
Celebration.
Celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
That was in my head as well.
Adjective.
I was just performing the public service.
Illustrious?
Illustrious.
Ooh.
Noun.
Gas.
Gas. Another noun.
Liquid.
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 Plural noun.
What is happening?
What the heck was that?
Ragala.
I was making No Gear Solid references because she said liquid.
I'm like, wait, what's going on?
You made them so enthusiastically that like we all freaked out. We all for sure freaked
I was
out.
like, is someone else in this channel?
The Admiral is here,
You
and
played
she
me,
doesn't mess around.
One of the best things about her. Plural noun.
Plural noun. Pirates.
Pirates. And another singular noun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Switch. The plural noun should be solids,
Okay.
and the singular noun should be pirate.
Solids. pirate. Person in room.
The Admiral.
How dare.
I thought explosions weren't supposed to make noise in space. They're
Slow
so
down.
loud in this game.
Yeah, if there's anything I learned from 2001: Space Odyssey is that explosions are silent. As are
Explosions. The word is explosions.
everything else. The word is explosions.
Yes, because it's the only thing I can think of.
All right. Adjective.
Explosive.
Explosive.
Keep an eye on it.
Noun.
Tower.
Tower. Another noun.
North Tower.
Tower.
North Tower. Plural noun.
The Twin Towers.
Jesus Christ.
Ah,
Oh, where are you
Wow.
going with this?
I truly don't know.
And finally,
I
perhaps
am
mercifully,
concerned.
another noun.
Don't you dare say the Taliban.
No, I wasn't. I think that did cross.
George W. Bush.
Yeah, I guess Dick Cheney, to be honest.
You're gonna say Dick Cheney?
The Taliban took her
Dick
butthole.
Cheney.
Okay, Dick Cheney.
Oh my god. This might be our last round. I do a lot of endo today.
Which is
The Three
good.
Musketeers. There is no more rousing story in collected literature than The Three Weapons. This historic romance by the great French celebration, Alexandre Dumas, tells the story of D'Artagnan, an illustrious young gas who arrives in 17th century Paris riding a liquid with only 3 solids in his pocket. Determined to be in the service of the pirate who rules all of France, he duels with Athos, Porthos, and the Admiral, 3 of the king's best explosions. Eventually, these swordsmen and D'Artagnan save their explosive king from being overthrown and losing his. Over the years, the Three Musketeers has been made into a stage North Tower, 2 motion Twin Towers, and most recently, a Broadway Dick Cheney.
I'm very much enjoying this. This
I'm
is
not-
like making my night.
Proud, per se.
I wish we had like a context before, so you like go into that like channel, like this one was more like say scientific, or this one was more like historical. You know?
Yeah, and it worked well because the beginning Wit was doing things like collected, historical, weapons, and like all of those words made perfect sense.
I
Do you
got
think it would
distracted
ben-
with the explosions and the pirates and the etc.
And 9/11.
Do you
And the
think it would-
9/11 of it all. I won't. Yeah.
You forgot to forget about 9/11.
They told me
do you
never
think-
to. It was very important.
Yeah.
Do you think it would benefit you then to hear the title before you start giving words?
I do
I
think
I
that.
think it might.
I'd like to do another one. I'd like Nexties.
Alright.
And I don't care whether you tell me the title or not.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll give the title and then anybody can declare that they want. This next one is called A Charming Story with a Happy Ending.
Okay.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
Or
You want it,
a
Silver?
review for Massage Parlor.
This
You've
one
declared yourself, Silver?
Alright, so, sorry, what was the word? Or what is the type of word?
I'm asking you declared yourself for this?
Yes, I have declared myself.
Alright. Noun.
Undercover police officer.
Well, I can tell you, you missed the mark already. This theory is going to be put to the test. Adjective.
Honey glazed.
As an adjective? Alright. Honey glazed. Plural noun.
Howls.
Howls. Adjective.
Racially motivated.
Oh, Jeezy Pete's.
Oh my god.
Oh, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I don't think
Your
you need
happy
a title at all
ending.
for what you're doing.
I stand partially corrected.
Oh, I see
Plural
what you're
noun.
doing, and I don't think I like it. Alpha would like you to give him a plural noun.
Responding officers.
Oh my
I
god.
would like you to give him a restraining collar.
Oh, that's not my kink, but for you, baby, anything.
Right.
I'm
Adjective.
absolutely disgusted.
Adjective.
Don't you do it.
Adjective. Pre-moistened.
Ugh,
Pretty much.
okay.
Why?
This is the kind of thing I was hoping for at the beginning of this, actually.
Yeah.
Plural noun.
I wish that I could turn back time.
If I could turn back time.
No, wrong song.
God, so loud.
Massage parlors.
Okay. Massage parlors. Exclamation.
I'm sorry, it's a bit far away. Someone's running off to the side over there. I know it's not you, but... Sorry,
Oopsie poopsing.
Oopsie poops.
I know it's a personal favorite of yours.
I'm quite partial.
Verb.
Massaged.
Massage. Another verb.
Bribed.
Bribe. I'm rolling with present tense here because there are blanks out there for ed ending.
Gotcha, yeah.
Noun.
Kidnap victim. Kidnapping victim.
Kidnap
Oh
victim.
boy.
Another noun.
Perpetrator?
Perpetrator's pretty good. I'll go with perpetrator.
Perpetrator.
Or, if the accused works, go with the accused. If not, perpetrator.
Perpetrator was the first one given.
Okay.
Hostile ships.
Adjective.
Inadmissible.
Inadmissible. Verb, past tense.
You know, you gotta toss a farted in there, right? Not now, but just saying.
Divorced.
That was such a delightful, innocent little request.
Divorced.
Don't worry, we'll get some sodomy in here before we're done.
I didn't say
promise.
sodomy, I said just some farts.
Adjective.
I mean, it's for much, Jackie. For the farts.
Is this an adjective?
Is one adjective.
I'm thinking. Okay, this is a bit of a long one, but it's important to me.
Alright.
Banned by the state's sodomy laws.
Banned by the states. Well, how am I
Does
gonna
that
make
not
this?
really work?
Oh, banned by
It
the
is an
states.
adjective. Banned is an adjective.
Banned by the states would be an adjective. As soon as you put any more after that, it's something else.
State possessive.
cows,
The sodomy
which are
law
banned
belongs to
by
the state.
Yeah, no, no.
It only wants the
cows
adjective, though.
banned by the state's sodomy laws were found in the neighbor's field.
Well, if I put hyphens in between all of banned by the states, it's an adjective.
Alright.
Because then sodomy laws is a noun.
Okay. Well,
But
it's...
incidentally, the last blank is a noun.
So the last one will just be sodomy law, state sodomy laws.
It'll just be sodomy laws
What about farting?
or sodomy law.
Yes, I guess the last one that we have is uncontrollably flatulent as our adjective.
So you want, instead of banned by the states, you want uncontrollably flatulent?
Yes. And then the last one will be state sodomy laws. Or state sodomy law.
Flatulent. Into the state sodomy law. Okay, once again, a charming story with a happy ending. Once upon an undercover police officer, there were 3 little pigs. Wow.
That works so well.
Yeah.
Like, I am
the
marveling
title
at how
would not
clever
help
that
you.
is.
The title would not help you with that, though. You got lucky. The first little pig was very honey glazed.
Ah!
That works too!
Still.
And he built a house for himself out of towels. The second little pig.
Drop it. Nope, not you. I'm sorry. I was talking to Richard.
the second little pig was racially motivated, and he built a house. He built a house out of responding officers.
What the fuck?
Working so well.
This is going great.
But the
Sure, that's one word for it.
but the third little pig was
Go
but the third little pig was very pre-moistened, and he built his house out of genuine massage parlors.
Yeah.
This all makes sense.
One day, a mean old wolf came along and saw the houses. Oopsie poopsie, he said. I'll massage and I'll blow your house down. And he blew down the first little pig.
This was the house that was racially motivated and built out of responding officers.
No, this is
So
the
this-
towels.
Yeah, the first
God.
one, the last one was the responding officers. I think.
And he blew down the first little pig's kidnap victim. and the second little pig's perpetrator. The 2 little pigs ran to the third pig's house. Thereupon the wolf began blowing, but he couldn't blow down the third little pig's inadmissible house. So he divorced off into the forest and the three little uncontrollably flatulent pigs moved to Chicago and went into the state sodomy law business.
Oh my god.
It holds together.
That's one way to go.
This is as close to jackpot as I think we're ever gonna get.
That was
Yeah.
good, Richard.
Yeah, I want that posted with an A+ on my refrigerator.
I'll be sure to save it for the next time I see you.
That
Amazing.
was good.
Wow. Actually, let me put this in a different pocket. There we go.
Make the bathroom. I'll be right back.
An opportunity for Blorgo. Come, Blorgo!
You want Blorgo to come?
It's already gestating an egg, which is alarming. Alright, Blorgo. Carry me home. Can Blorgo
Blorgo's doing a
sprint?
pretty good job.
I don't like that Blorgo can talk. Suggest directions with A and D.
Hello, best creature. That is so innocent, though.
Isn't that cute?
It is cute.
Marissa, have you seen this creature? Can you please come see the creature I'm riding? It's kind of important to me.
You need better light, honestly. This is not flattering light for Blorgo.
I mean, you can still see that it's featureless.
Oh, that's just an orb.
It is just an orb. It's a featureless, gray, metallic orb. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I love it. I'm really getting very attached to this featureless gray orb, I'm not gonna lie.
But a dog was too much for you.
No, I don't want a dog. I want a featureless gray orb. I'm not gonna name a dog Blorgo. I might name a dog Blorgo. That's because Pants is a great name for a cat.
I mean, anything's possible.
Honestly, the most disrespectful name you give a cat, the better.
It's the only way to keep the cat humble.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure cats are physically incapable of humility.
We also call the things we need in order to leave the house, Pants.
Oh, that was delightful.
Nice journey, son.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what all of these are.
I'll be right back.
I really want to get like the theme from The Lone Ranger to play every time you do a John Claude Van Damme split and get on Blorgo. Is that DRM free? Can I get?
I have lost the place I'm going. One moment, Blorgo. We're going in the wrong direction.
It's the William Tell Overture. I didn't realize that.
Did you not know that?
I guess I didn't.
Hey guys, I swapped my mic. You want too loud or anything?
You sound like you smoked for 10 years. Like, it sounds like you unplugged one mic, smoked for 10 years, then plugged in the other mic.
You are quieter.
Alright, let me swap back to the other one.
You sound a bit more like Max, and therefore if there's two Maxes, that's unacceptable, and I have to kill one of them.
Make sure you get the real one.
I'll nominate myself.
I don't know, she just asked me to kill the real one.
I am the real Max. It'll be like the whole Jesus scene.
Sure.
I'm
Does
also
this sound better?
I am also Spartacus. I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I'll use this mic and my headset.
Oh, can I collect another orb? I'm gonna get only orbed animals.
How are you gonna ponder them all at once?
Actually, what I really need are some plants to make more creature petals. Creature pellets, excuse me. But it turns out there's just not a lot of those on this planet. Blorgo! You're gonna get all dirty.
It
Look.
amuses me that the orb is doing zoomies.
Isn't it cute?
It is cute.
I can't help but be very attached. It does not have much of a sprint, I'll tell you that.
Has Blorgo's species been discovered? Are you the first to meet a Blorgo, to scan a Blorgo?
Oh, probably not.
I'd be interested in finding out.
Wait, I feel like you would be one of those people that would definitely, like, start cooing at the fucking Roomba.
Yeah, so?
A Roomba is with speed when it comes to, like, childcare.
Responsibility, yeah.
Yeah.
I've forgotten where I got Blorgo, and I don't know how to check.
This is
Can you
only
check
like
the...
evidence.
Largo was
you-
level 4 on Route 1.
Can you look at your creature registry, your pet registry?
Yeah, I guess
And
that's the
see
only
what
place to
species it
find
is?
it. Oh. Wow, you leave yourself alone for a minute and Blorgo carries you very far. This is probably companion register. It is a Pavoarvis.
Can you... What happens if you scan Blorgo? Do you discover the species, or is it just like...
I mean, I discovered it I got credits for it the first time.
Okay, so it's possible that you discovered the species and this is the default name. And you could rename Blorgo's species to whatever you want.
Yeah, but I don't...
It seems
So
to me
I
that
don't remember
Largo
what
is what
planet
planet.
I got it on.
What, do you know what system you got him on?
No.
Did you hyperdrive between now and the last time you...
Yes? And I think, wasn't it on the mission planet? So, God only knows.
Oh, what's the log?
Log is missions. I think I didn't pay enough attention when it mattered.
Oh, well, you live and you learn to regret your actions.
I always do.
I've missed streaming with you fools. This is great.
Then quit the D&D thing and come back.
No.
Is this somebody's base?
Blorgo is trying to tell you.
I don't know what that means.
This is like one of those things that like kids would say on TikTok that would confuse us.
Is this like a person's base? I thought... Am I here?
Shadow Ferret, MG4.
Wow, that's a throwback. Mr. Ferret Lord.
Indeed.
Oh, my lord, what are you? And do we think it's cute?
It's like if a penis had a mouth.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Yeah, no, burn it. Burn it with everything else.
Did you feel that way before or after Richard said what he said?
I kind of felt that way before, but it only grew stronger after what he said. It went from burn it with napalm to burn it with thermite or nuclear fire.
I still can't tell if this was... if this is somebody's base or this is something constructed for the mission.
I think this is somebody's base.
No. This is too nice.
I don't know.
Silver, you've played
Me.
MechWarrior, right?
A long time ago, I can still remember.
You're familiar enough to know that the Atlas is like one of the in-game mechs, right?
Yep, it's like one of the heaviest.
Yeah, I found one in a fucking shop, like, within, like, 4 missions in MechWarrior 5, just by accident. And I had the money to buy it.
Oh. I mean, equipping it and fueling it should be pretty expensive.
No, being able to maintain it's been okay. I've literally just dick charged through several of the lower end missions by just getting the Atlas to be like, you cannot literally hurt me.
BRB.
Well, that is one way of prosecuting a war.
I can outmaneuver most land fortresses.
You can outmaneuver almost any stationary building.
Yeah.
Hazmat gauntlet required. Just the gauntlet.
Well, it's handling something.
Yeah, but I'm picturing like a 1950s like pinup girl, but wearing like one giant power gauntlet. Kind of like you can leave your hat on, but like you can leave your hazard gauntlet on. I don't know why this is where my brain has gone, but it will not let this go.
Oh my god, I think this is just somebody's base.
I told you.
Steal their crap.
I've stolen a lot of their crap, to be honest. I picked up all of their
Good.
potted plants as far as I can tell.
Who harvested them? They'll grow back.
Break their stupid crap.
Well, if this is this...
The fuck are those? Are those the isotopes? Those giant ass...
This is an anomaly
Polygoons?
planet, and those are the anomalies, I think.
I say. The anomaly planet, i.e. we don't have to explain shit to you.
Okay.
Nope!
This
Nobody
game
built
is
this.
So crazy.
This is for sure, because it's got the fucking Normandy banner on it. This
If that's a
is...
sticker, then that you can unlock, then they could put it on their stuff.
Maybe. So do I use the thing here?
I think this is someone's base.
Either they built it on top of the thing, or this is the thing.
All of these things are deployable by players, like the city beacon and
Yes,
stuff.
this is true.
Ooh, I got Rhino now. What's your next, Harvey?
Let me go check the menu.
Accolado? Meh.
Seize the Sword of History. Everything has disappeared. I'm sure that's fine. Except for that one
Edward.
dinosaur statue, that's still here.
Don't worry about it, bro. That's Jake. He's cool. Don't worry about it.
Come, Blorgo. We must away.
Jackie, do you play this game at launch or no?
Heavens no.
I did. And like that's what I know of the game. Now I'm watching you play. I'm like, it's so fucking different.
They made a different game.
It's a new game, like completely different.
Enjoying Tweet. Blorgo.
And I love the original, but
You- They forgot to have anything to do in it.
well, you did what you wanted, and that was the fun part.
Can I introduce you to a game called Minecraft, which is the same thing but much cheaper?
I can't get into it. I watch Richard play, and I don't know. Might be too old.
I don't think that's true.
I'll be 40 this year.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
a lot of
next
people
year.
are going to be 40.
How long did I play Minecraft? It was like it was right after my time.
That
You know?
yeah, I admit I had to back into
Don't get
it.
me- Don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching it and stuff like that. I respect it, but it's just not what I'm going to put my time into.
I understand. Mysterious starship.
Sync time into Warframe, which is my version of Minecraft.
The
That's
SSB
about-
Normandy. Now I just have to discover 4 systems and she will be mine. I'm sure.
So is it full size or is it like a tiny miniature version?
I believe it's supposed to be the equivalent of a freighter.
Which means it's full size. Like, this is a pretty big ship that we're flying up to.
Hold on, I just gotta make a new Rhino build real quick.
Yep, take your time. Oh,
Give you and Clay, and I just want to link what I had.
Jackie.
Oh, it's a
this
frigate.
Is not spoilers.
Hey guys, it's not a freighter, it's a frigate.
I.
But it's a very good frigate.
Good to know.
Cool. So go discover some places. The Renegade Echo.
Oh, I just got close to it again. So, do I have to do the last thing? Yeah, give.
Yeah. Oh,
Did I
so you
get
don't
it?
need to do it all.
Maybe?
Go summon your Frigatator. Your Frigatator.
Right, we did this.
Your friggin' Praetor.
And we did
That
this.
appears to be you receiving the SSD Normandy SR1.
Allegedly. So this... Oh. I can either get the titles Renegade or Paragon.
I think you get both.
Renegade for life.
No, you can get them both. And then you get to choose.
Mhm.
And the one I'm
Renegade
missing...
for life.
No ma'am. I'm not racist
No.
enough to play Renegade.
We are all renegades when it comes to shooting Udina. Like, every single person. I'm pretty sure that if you choose not to shoot him, it's actually bugged and the game just hard crashes, and no one has noticed. Not the QA people, not the programmers, the devs, no one. Reviewers, players, no one has ever chosen not to shoot that man in the face.
As well as they shouldn't.
So, what I need to see is if I can now get the Normandy in my game, which I think I was promised.
She wants the D, the Normandy.
So first I have to land on something. So
Why the Normans though? Why not the Saxons?
Nobody likes the French?
Yeah, but
No.
whose side was Robin Hood on?
No, everyone likes the French. The Normans are from Normandy, they're French, right? And the Saxons are from Saxony, and I don't know where they're from.
Germanic.
Britain?
Saxony is
okay.
a Germanic province, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch me play Medieval Total War or not?
Not really.
There's a lot about history and stuff.
My brother took medieval European history as a fun class in college. As a break from his math and physics.
I dropped out of high school.
Is that true?
It is true, yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I did too.
Wait, is that true?
More than any of us.
Yeah, that is true.
Huh.
I got my GED.
I have a GED.
Yeah.
There we go. Me and Admiral. High five.
Somebody's
Yeah.
username is about 9 kittens.
About 9 kittens.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Give or take.
Approximately 9 kittens.
Measuring from the meniscus, 9 kittens.
How do I...
I don't think it's worth it for me.
No, the Acolyto blows several chunks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my fucking Kuva. Fucking new core. Let me just take a piss and then I'm good to go for the next one.
Cool. I just realized that yeah, go right ahead. I'm gonna change my equipment around because I have leveled the stuff I was bringing just to level.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swap to my Stropha. Best fucking melee in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back.
Okay, the moment of truth. And by moment of truth, I mean the very, very long loading screens of truth. To see if we were successful. Enjoy this extremely long loading screen. Oh, it's nice that they're not trying to shove electronic music down my throat.
Is this a jab at me because I like to play electronic music at you?
No, it's jab at No Man's Sky. For the sometimes extremely loud and tuneless electronica that plays during that loading screen.
Noted.
I could have sworn I told you I dropped out of high school.
My memory has undergone a frankly alarming decline over the past 2 years, so there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I am saying there's a chance.
Do you remember the first game for which we had silver for?
I do. And
No.
I had agreed to make this like my permanent thing before they even introduced the random Shibari.
Was it Black Closet?
What?
Was Black Closet really your first?
I think so.
Oh. Okay.
Was it? I thought it was Gizmos and Gadgets. Did we do Black Closet first?
I think we did Black Closet first, and then afterwards we did
I-
Gizmos and Gadgets.
Don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did it on Wit's channel first, and And then I think I
Gizmos
did
and Gadgets
eventually.
on yours, yes.
Right, yeah.
And I was so enamored with it before they even brought in the yes captain roleplay.
Listen, I still think about that sometimes.
Me too.
Isn't it just funny, though, that every one of your picks turned out to be the traitor?
Yeah.
My
So,
one pick, the one time I got to see that game was also Traitor.
yeah.
I'm still angry about it.
So that one time I unlocked that ship, how do I... Excuse
Oh
me
shit.
while I Google this.
I remember.
I don't want to step on toes, but Richard, I'm back. Ready when you are.
I am ready.
Let me think. What other firsts were there? I remember the first one I did with Kuro by herself. I remember the first one I did with you guys together. Obviously, the first one with you, it was the first one I ever did, period.
Right.
What was the first one for the Admiral?
It was,
Quicksilver synthesis. Oh, I bet it's
I
expensive
think
as
the first
hell.
one I was in was like in the middle of, the Barn Finders.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
That's a tough one to
What?
enter.
What a weird.
Yeah. That game is coming
That's
to
why
VR.
That's what. No.
Because what you really need is to see those environments up close.
Ah,
I actually think it would work way better as a VR game.
Maybe. I see your point, because there's kind of not much to it, and it's all about exploration.
It's a game about looking for stuff. And what better way to look for stuff than actually being able to like turn your head and look around for the stuff in an environment that you are in. An environment filled with bees!
not the bees! Not the bees!
Okay, so Nicolas Cage is playing himself in a movie about
Bees?
him owing money to someone and having to act. Oh no, him being recruited by the CIA to kill someone because he's a famous actor and this person who the CIA wants dead is like his biggest fan. And he has to like act his way out of like the dangerous situation. It seems like Hollywood has lost its mind, but also this might be the greatest thing I've ever heard. I can't decide which it is.
I don't have to build it. I can just have it. Yay! This is great news. What other things can I just have? I love just having things.
I should point out it's 10 o'clock and usually you close down around now.
I mean, yeah.
What are we muscling in on your time?
I ain't streaming today, dude.
I know, I was sad. I missed you yesterday because yesterday is the day that I worked literally all day, so I never get to catch you on Wednesdays. But that means I just look forward to you more on the.
I mean, I was
Thursdays
aggravated about
before.
I was aggravated about the rest of the week. Most of it fucking tipped me over. It's just I just had an absolutely fucking terrible fucking grocery experience, and I was just like, no, I'm done today.
Ugh. Well, I'm glad you gave yourself the day off.
It's nice to get you back. Be home with birthday.
I said, ooh, candy. There we go.
Let's talk about Amber stuff.
Oh,
What is the
Ativan.
color of your energy?
Alright, I'm
Can your
gonna...
capital ship stop parking on the other side of a bunch of fucking asteroids?
There's my Normandy! You get to see it! Yay!
Well, you got the Normandy?
Now,
I
Now,
did.
what does it do?
So it is a frigate, which means you can deploy it on missions and it will collect resources and mostly money.
But it's a
Um,
motherfucking
But you never
M7.
enter it yourself.
I don't
They
believe so,
didn't
no.
bother to model. They didn't bother to model the interior.
No, ma'am.
Ugh.
That would be asking quite a bit.
They don't really have ship interiors, sort of, in this game. I mean, you can go inside.
They do. I died in your ship interior once.
Okay, yeah, the
Yeah.
the frigates, yeah, but they're all the same floor map. I don't think they didn't. There's really no variety, and in your little starship, it's just a cockpit. We've done it. Thank you for putting up with that. I know it sucked to be a part of. I wasn't thrilled about it either, but at least I got to do something. So thank you all for putting up with that.
Check
Worth
it
it
out,
for the Mad
Chaz.
Lib.
It was fun to
What
watch.
happens next week?
Next week, probably back
Don't
to.
say thank you, Wit. Say you're welcome. You're welcome for this mad libbing, ship grinding content that was worth so much to you.
It had.
I thought
I'm
was
sure
fun
it
to
had
watch.
moments. I'll still say
And
thank you.
Borgo, introducing Borglo as herself.
Yeah, I'm not. I went to go look in my animal companion because I forgot I had switched saves and she wasn't there and I was sad. My whole life will be spent looking for a replacement for Blorgo.
How
And
depressing.
That's actually
you
really gonna
almost-
bum me out. I think I
You
must.
almost didn't go get Blorgo.
I almost
You had to
didn't
be
get.
talked into it.
Yeah. I must be PMSing because I'm usually not quite this attached to things that aren't real.
A, that's a lie, and B, fair.
It comes and goes.
So we know we need to go get her a menstrual support Roomba.
A menstrual support room.
Do you think my health
I don't
insurance
have
will
the
pay for
word.
that if we call it that?
Hey, Kurt,
I-
get over here. I got something to show you.
Oh boy.
You get it like a little emotional support animal back.
Yes.
I could take it into nursing homes as a therapy pet.
Yes. Just slap some big old googly eyes on it.
Hell yeah.
And then it qualifies.
My parents are thinking of getting one. We should get one because I try not to
We're not
vacuum if
leaving,
I can
are we?
help it. Anyway, I am going to both sign off of the stream, end of consciousness for the day. Thank you all for joining me and us. And next week should be Lothnolder again. Next week, huh?
Yeah.
I will not be here.
Do you wanna? You're not gonna be here. Okay.
No, but I
It will
think
be exactly Christmas, won't it?
nope, the
No,
23rd.
exactly.
Okay.
Christmas would be a week from Saturday.
Uh,
that was my first question. Is we even gonna be here?
23 no, 30 yes, as far as I know.
Cool. Well, I should tell you and all the folks out there that on December 31st, which is a Friday, my Friday night tabletop sim crew and hopefully we'll be doing the kind of thing we did last year on Thursday and just play stuff until the year crosses. So if anybody wants to join us there, by all means.
Highly recommended. It's a good time. I would go if I could, but I'm
Does that
expected
mean-
at the in-laws.
Does that mean you're doing shit New Year's?
He is streaming
yeah.
New Year's, yeah.
I am streaming New Year's, yep.
Okay.
Are you also streaming? Do you want to plug that to our?
That was when I was going to. That was when I was going to do the anniversary cooking simulator bullshit.
Oh no!
Oh, that's amazing. Is the
Well-
post-apocalyptic update out?
Yeah, I'm going to do the apocalyptic update.
Can I ask you to postpone? I have to go to the in-laws.
And I have to go to the Outlaws.
Let me look at the calendar. I I would actually probably be willing to postpone it till like the 3rd. Because then that would put it back in my schedule instead of me having to stream on a Saturday.
3rd, the Monday.
The 3rd.
That works for me.
The 3rd, I'd be able
Yeah.
to.
3rd Monday.
And usually you're not busy Mondays, Silver.
No, I am free Mondays.
Please, 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 please.
Yeah, I can be free the 3rd.
All right, we'll do it.
Yay! Oh, I'm so excited.
I enjoyed that just now, what you just did. That warmed my heart. My cold, icy heart.
If you go to the Twitch VOD, you'll get to see it. It was the squeal and the physicality that went along with it. All right. Thanks again. Sorry. And that's it for us. And as always,
we don't know what the fuck our sign off is.
We can't remember our sign
Stop fucking
off.
asking.
Good night.
Jesus Christ alive.